हरि ओम। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। गोविन्दनाम संकीर्तनं गोविन्दा गोविन्दा। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि ओम। Conversation with God, Bhagavad Gita daily. In this series, we are going to be learning a few shlokas from Bhagavad Gita daily. All the shlokas will be covered. The meaning of each shloka will be explained. Bhagavad Gita is one of the most important scriptures of Hindu religion. They are the words of God Himself. And if we know Gita, then there is no need to learn any other Shastra. Such is the greatness of the Bhagavad Gita. Adi Shankaracharya says, Bhagavad Gita kinchidadhita Ganga jalalava kanika pita Sakradapiyo murari samarcha Sakradapiyo murari samarcha Kriyate tasya yamena nachacha. In Bhajagovinda, Bhagavad Gita kinchidadhita. If you learn even a little bit of Bhagavad Gita, a few shlokas, just one shloka from the Bhagavad Gita, or if you drink even one drop of water from the Ganges, or if you worship God even once properly, then you will have nothing to do with death. You conquer death. So, Bhagavad Gita kinchit adhita. A few shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. And totally, you've got no business with Yama, the Lord of Death. Says Shankara Bhagavad Pada. So, from today, let us learn a few shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita, from that conversation God had with his friend, with his devotee, with his disciple Arjuna. Let's also have the same experience. Bhagavad Gita was narrated by the Lord in the battlefield. The Pandavas and the Kauravas, they have assembled in Kurukshetra for the battle. And the first shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta-yuyutsavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. Dhritarashtra uvacha. This shloka is said by Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra asks Sanjaya, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. In Kurukshetra, which is an abode of righteousness, it is an abode of justice. Dharma alone triumphs in that place. Such a sacred place is that Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra, it is the place of our ancestors, the Kuru dynasty, our forefathers. Their country. There in that Kurukshetra, in that Dharmakshetra, why is he so concerned about it? Because it's a place where Dharma alone triumphs, and here are his sons who are totally adharmic. They don't possess even an iota of righteousness in them. In such a place, Samaveta Yuyutsavaha, they have all assembled together in order to fight. They are so enthusiastic to fight. This battle could have been very well avoided, but Duryodhana was so adamant that he was not ready to give even a village to the Pandavas, even a house or a place where you can just prick a needle, the tip of a needle, even that amount of land I will not give to the Pandavas. The Duryodhana was so adamant, and now they have all assembled here to fight. What will happen? Will my sons be victorious? Can they win this battle? Will this Dharmakshetra, will this Kurukshetra prove to be victorious, lucky for my sons? Will it favor my adharmic sons? Dhritarashtra is worried. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. Mamakaha pandavaschaiva. Mamakaha means mine. My very own, my sons, mine. Those who belong to me, and the son of the Pandus, the Pandavas, the son of Pandu. What did they do? This shows the feelings of Dhritarashtra. He could have very well said, what are our children doing there? He can look upon all the 105 as his own children. When he has 100 of his own, can't he include these 5 along with them? The 5 kids, the 5 children who grew up under his own care, with his own sons, right from childhood, his very own brother's sons, but he's not ready to do that. He says, Mamakaha, my very own, and Pandavas, the children of Pandu. He's so very biased towards his children. So, mine and they, the children of Pandu, what are they doing in the battlefield? Asked Dhritarashtra. Now Sanjaya replies. Sanjaya uvacha. Drishtva tu Pandavanīkam vyūdam Duryodhanastada Acharyam upasangamya Raja vachanam abravīt. Drishtva tu Pandavanīkam vyūdam Duryodhanastada. Looking at the army of the Pandavas that has been arranged properly in a proper formation for the battle, Duryodhana approaches his teacher Dronacharya and says, that is the second shloka. Here, this Bhagavad Gita starts with Dhritarashtra uvacha, Dhritarashtra questions, and then Sanjaya uvacha, Sanjaya replies. What is the significance of that? Dhritarashtra is totally blind. He is immersed in darkness. He cannot see anything. And Sanjaya is a person who has got Divya Drishti. He can see whatever that is happening even somewhere else. He can see everything. So illumined he is. So on one side you have a person who is totally blind, who is in total darkness, and on another side you have got a person who is totally enlightened. This signifies the disciple and the preceptor, the Sishya and the Gurunatha, the ignorant one, the ignorant disciple, and the enlightened, wise Guru. The disciple asks a question and the Guru replies. So, this Bhagavad Gita is words of the Guru to his disciple, the words of the enlightened, wise, all-knowing person. Sarvajnaha, the words of Lord Krishna, who is omniscient. Jagadguru, who is the Guru of the entire world. That Krishna, his words to the ignorant, to the Ajnani, to all of us who want to be enlightened. So, let us begin our journey with Krishna, with his words. See you tomorrow with the third shloka. Hari Om.